Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hot Takes. I'm your host, Kiren.
I'm Dom.
Today, me and Dom are going to talk about the new D23 X-Men announcement. I'm a big X-Men fan, and I think Dom is as well. I'm a little skeptical because they've been dragging this out for a long time. What do you think, Dom? What do you think about the announcements?
The announcements, I'm okay with the announcements for the most part. I'm more excited about what was not announced because they didn't announce a Wolverine, and honestly, I'm kind of fatigued on Wolverine, so he was never really my
Yeah,
favorite X-Men anyway, so it's okay.
yeah. I love Hugh Jackman. Obviously he's been Wolverine for like close to 30 years, but yeah, I really think it's just kind of time to get a different actor.
Right.
Especially like there was a segment with him and Ryan Reynolds, or
Oh yeah, I
the
saw
crappy
that.
footage I watched, and like he was looking old, man. Like he was looking rugged, bro.
Was he's what, near 60, or if not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like 57, 58 or something
yeah,
like that. So yeah, he's getting up there. But yeah, with that being said, I've always kind of, the moment Disney kind of got the rights to use like the Fox properties,
hmm,
um, although X-Men is Marvel, it's always been a Fox thing. And you know me, where I'm like, I like I like when studios are sort of separate from each other because it gets a different feel.
oh
There's a
yeah.
different direction, and I feel like,
It's like even though it wasn't a bit like really big, New Mutants, that was it was I actually thought it was really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and there's actual characters that I know and enjoyed when I was a kid too.
yeah, it took creative liberties that wouldn't be allowed if it was part of the MCU. And
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like any kind of like monopoly. Like when one company owns a bunch of stuff,
hmm,
you get the kind of the same shit over and over again.
yeah,
And now with Disney kind of going to
trying
take
to put
over the
everything
X
into
Men.
yeah,
I'm a little concerned. I mean, even some of the cast, like obviously, I'm familiar with Adam Driver is going to be Mister Sinister.
that's
Love,
probably the one that I think is spot on.
yeah. I'm still kind of bummed he wasn't picked as Doctor Doom because like I think he would have
Oh
would
yeah,
have killed it. But and then you got Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, who obviously was in Brand New Day and also has like the whole Stranger Things
yeah.
like fame thing. Um, and then there were a couple of them I'm not super familiar with. I'm also is it the Emma Frost, Samara Weaving? Not I've
Yes,
never heard of her.
I know she's
Maya.
Hugo Weaving's niece, I believe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I don't. Yeah, who I know that it sounds familiar. The name Hugo Weave sounds familiar, but
Mr. Smith,
Mr. Smith.
Matrix. He was also in Lord of the
Oh, okay,
Rings.
that guy. Okay, all
Yes,
right,
the original Red Skull.
gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
and then you got Maya Boyd playing Storm. Again, not really
Her
familiar.
first movie, I believe. I think she's done mostly stage work.
Okay. And then I am familiar with Christopher Abbott playing Professor X. I saw him in this HBO show called Girls, which also Adam Driver's in. And honestly, like I've only seen him in that, so like I
Right.
can't picture him as Professor X. But again, these are they're gonna probably kill it or whatever. But
Right.
I'm still somewhat skeptical. It's just kind of like can't it's just new people. Yeah, and then
Yeah, I have no idea who Kit Connor is.
yeah, I didn't know who he was until I kind of like I looked him up and I saw some. I mean, even the stuff that he was in, I was like, I'm not really familiar. I know he's British. Um,
Indy? I'm not going to try to pronounce her name because I'll just mess it up.
yeah, I think it's Indy Navarrete, and you know,
I
I
know she
was
was
familiar.
in Obsession, but I haven't seen it. But I did watch all of Superman and Lois, and the, she was really, really good in that. So
Yeah, that's why I recognized her from that Superman and Lois show, and then I watched Obsession, which was amazing. But I mean, you still need to watch that. Maybe you can come over one of these nights and we
Yeah,
can
I'll
watch it
definitely.
and do a review. But yeah, I think honestly, I think she's a great pick for Rogue because not only is like, I mean, I'm not saying that Rogue is similar to her character in Obsession, but there are like things I can kind of see her doing as Rogue that were
Right.
kind of taken from that movie. And then plus, she's just on fire at the moment. Like, Obsession's just a huge hit. So
Right.
like, I'm sure Marvel's like, hey, we got to capitalize on this her popularity. Same thing with Sadie Sink. It's like the whole Stranger Things,
Right.
all that stuff. But
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister. As much as
yeah,
Doom would have been cool, I think also Mr. Sinister is kind of like right there for him playing. Maybe not so much as important as they are to the comics, and the characters are in the comics, but still, I think he could pull it off pretty damn well.
yeah. I mean, because obviously the comics better than I do. Like I've only literally read maybe 7 or 8 X-Men comics, and those were like the '90s Jim Lee
Right.
X-Men era. So like I'm familiar with Mr. Sinister from the cartoon, and that's about it. Like I don't really
The
know much of
cartoon,
the character.
the X-Men cartoon, the '90s animated series was pretty faithful to the comics. So if you know him from that, you pretty much know him from how he is in the comics. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
again, I know him, but I haven't seen those episodes in like 30 plus years. So like I don't remember
Right.
what his character motivations were, and I just know his look. And I think his new comic book look does have like a goatee or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember him being kind of more like slick back hair and sharp teeth and just kind of like pale and almost
Yeah.
like a vampire or something.
Yeah. Yeah. They gave them more of a full beard and kind of crazier hair as the years have gone on, but he's still pretty much not very far off from where he was in the '90s.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, I mean, honestly, this day and age with like, I mean, we have a YouTube channel, so we're sort of like we have to sort of keep up to date with all like the entertainment stuff just to kind of
Right.
be in the know, or whatever. But I don't know, the constant like the reveals of cast members or the so and so is going to be like Kaylee Spaney is going to be Rogue, and you see all these websites that post stuff like that, and it ends up just being rumors, and then
Oh yeah, the rumors. I've stopped. I they're so annoying. It's just wait. If they're gonna do something, just wait for it. It's not gonna change anything.
yeah, I think I'm just kind of getting really burnt out on the social media aspect of just like seeing everybody's like
Okay.
comments or like
Yeah.
their opinions on, oh, they should have cast her, or this and that, and it just like it
Uh-huh.
gets really tiring. And
Oh
it's
god,
kind
yeah.
of like even this whole D23, them announcing like the Doomsday trailer, like all this build up, and it's kind of underwhelming in some aspects because it's like you hear so many speculation up
The
until
20 like
they
the whole 24-hour news cycle thing and rumors, and it's like, oh, just let them announce what they announce and let it breathe a bit, and then see what happens when they put it out.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. I was probably in high school. This was like 99, 2000. This was
Hmm.
right when the X-Men, they were like the internet was like not the internet as it is today, obviously. But I remember going on some sites and you're like looking up like who's gonna play, Wolverine, who's gonna play, so and so. And
Or like the '90s, like freaking the Wizard Comics fan casting thing, and like I think they had like Robin Williams as Wolverine, and it's like, what the hell?
yeah, I mean maybe it's just like back then it was like very rare. Like, people
Hmm.
weren't as, I mean, X-Men really was kind of the first kind of comic book movie that was like, okay, they can actually do this seriously, besides like, Batman and all
Right.
that stuff. But it was like the
But
first
even
like
then, at
kind of
that point,
Marvel.
Batman was kind of still a little bit campy and had its little, yeah.
Yeah, true. So there was a little bit of buzz, and I remember seeing that in the theater, and maybe even back then I had kind of like, I was nitpicking like, oh, the costumes are kind of like, why are the costumes all black and leather, and
Right.
but then I was like, oh, they're trying to make it more realistic, so I see that like what their that angle or whatever, but yeah, I
Which
mean
they
I'm
also
curious.
referenced in X-Men 97.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see like this casting in their actual like costumes, like
Right.
what kind of costumes are they going to do, like the 97 or the X-Men 97 kind of style, like the retro 90s, or are they
Right.
kind of going to develop more of like a uniform type thing? I'm curious like what angle are they going to go, if they're going to go retro or if they're going to go
Right.
like,
I would, part of me want, like when it was announced that they were going to do an X-Men movie, I was hoping it would be the original 5 X-Men, but that's a me thing. But I'm not entirely sad that they didn't go that route. But yeah, I'm just kind of interested in seeing like the Christopher Abbott. I haven't seen anything with him, so I don't. I'm curious to see how he takes on Professor X.
yeah, I think isn't I think he's married to Aubrey Plaza. I wonder if
Oh,
that
he
was his
is.
connection. Yeah, his connection to Marvel. Like, hey, like I'm, you know, what's up? Or I don't know if they're married or they're just like dating. I know they had a kid together, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really. Again, I'm not really familiar, and I'm not gonna like be one of those people that are gonna judge before I actually
Oh yeah,
see the product, whatever.
yeah.
But
It was
again,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The whole like people thinking Michael Keaton was going to be a terrible Batman, Heath Ledger was going to be a terrible Joker. Yeah, just wait and see.
Yeah, I think my biggest worry is it just they're gonna like pigeonhole all these other Marvel characters in the X-Men movies, and it's like gonna take away from the X-Men story, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just gonna be a side character to the bigger Marvel universe, which
Yeah,
they kind of done
with the MCU
Spider-Man,
bit.
and yeah,
Yeah.
so that's,
I
I mean, I know, yeah, good.
Oh yeah. I hope that once this Doomsday Secret War thing is over, that they scale that back. And I seen stuff where they it sounds like they intend on scaling that stuff back, but we'll see what happens.
Well, they promised us with Brand New Day that was going to be a grounded street level adventure, and then it's like I think that's the thing. It's like they have to just like make a movie that's its own movie, and you can just say it's the same universe. Like you don't have
Right.
to throw in a bunch of people.
In the comics, the X-Men rarely interact outside their whole X world, and yeah, it's nicer. It's you can see it in the yeah. You don't have to. It's they're part of the same universe, but they don't have to show every episode, every issue that they're there.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I'm so sort of like worried, is because I always felt X-Men were its own thing. Like even
Mm-hmm.
in the comics, like I just felt like it was its own universe, and like to see even like Spider-Man interact with the
It made
X-Men
it so much more
characters.
special.
Yeah, yeah, it's just it's odd to me,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's like technically canon. It doesn't mean necessarily it's like a good thing. It's kind of like the whole like Marvel versus Capcom, or Batman versus Superman, or Alien
Right.
versus Predator. It's like we know that they're all in the same universe, but doesn't mean
We have to. You don't have to shove it down our throats every single time.
yeah. And it's like I just want an X-Men movie that's just an X-Men movie, and that's it. Like I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
have to. I mean, even like I don't know, like even like Deadpool. Those felt like X-Men movies.
Oh yeah.
They felt like their own thing, and that was the cool thing. But again, they were part of Fox when they were doing those. So even Deadpool and
except for-
Wolverine
Yeah.
kind of suffered a little bit from having the whole MCU thing. You know what I mean? Like it, although it was like it was still decent and like entertaining, it still kind of suffered a little bit because of that. You know?
Right. Definitely the weakest of the three.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't seen part 2 in a really long time. Actually, I'm probably
Yeah.
I want to revisit that one.
Yeah. It's just I got so burnt out on Deadpool everywhere that it's just like I mean to go back and check those out again. It's just I don't want to.
It's too much homework. You got to do this. You got.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, what do you guys think? Have you seen the D23 announcement of X-Men? You know, were any of your choices picked this time around? You know, let us know in the comments.
Do any other projects seem remotely interesting to you? I'm actually kind of intrigued with Vision Quest. That looks a lot better than I was expecting it to look. But again, that was a trailer, so we'll have to see when the actual show comes out.
Yeah, I have my thoughts on the trailer. You know, I'm just so burnt out on the Marvel shows. To be honest, I'm just kind of like,
well,
I mean, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah, outside of Daredevil, I don't think they have anything planned for Marvel TV after that. So I think they're scaling that stuff back, from what I hear.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea because I think I'm like not the only one that's like, oh, especially I mean like, you know, just I don't know. It's just I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, guys, you know, leave a comment and make sure you like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
Peace.